Hey guys, Jeff here, Dice Setters. I am going to show you something very cool this week. It's completely opposite of what I normally do. We're starting off with $4,000. You're like, wow, you've changed. No, people wanted me to do this video. I looked it up. There's other people doing the video. I won't tell you who they are because I don't want to be, oh, you're corrupting, whatever. But we're going to start with 4 grand and we're going to see how good we can do. This is going to be a $10 table. We could do a $5 table. The only problem is with the strategy that we're using, we will go up to, I know, $336 of placing on one number. If you're at a $5 table, that amount should only be $300. I think if you did a $10 table, I believe it's going to be a $600 table, the maximum. I think that's how it works. But being that I only go with one table, and when they switch it, I don't remember exactly what it says. But I'm going to sit there and say that. If I'm wrong, let me know. But I think a $5 table, the max always will be $300. I think a $10 table would be double that, which would be $600, I think. We're going to be playing off of the 6 and the 8. You go, doesn't the 7 have more chances of coming up? Yes, it does. But when you have the 6 and the 8 played simultaneously, you have more ways to win in that combination than, say, a 7. So we're going to be using the 6 and 8, and we're going to have it working every single time. So we don't want to roll a 7. So whatever dice set you're using, it can't be a 7, or can't roll to a 7. Eventually it will, but for right now, no. We're going to start off with $42. So I'm going to sit there and take $100, get some change. The biggest thing is with this video is change. And I'm going to try to make it just as short and sweet as possible. But just know that when you're dealing with this kind of money, it does take a while to sit there and count everything out. On the VIG, because I will eventually get into the 10 and the 4, I am not going to do a VIG. But just know, I do know that I should be doing the VIG. And you're like, why are you not doing the VIG? The VIG, sometimes you have to play it before, sometimes you play it after. Sometimes it's $2, sometimes it's more. I'm just not going to do it. So we'll subtract a couple of bucks for the VIG. And hopefully you guys will understand. Because, it's important, but it's not like super, super important. Somehow I made my change incorrectly. 30, 40. 30, 40. And I need 2s. 2, 2. And that means that I should have $8 change, and I don't. So being that this is a $10 table, of course it still could be 5, but we're not doing that. I'm going to be playing it as if it were truly a $10 table. Which means I'm going to have $10 on the pass line. These guys here are always on. That's my bankroll. My dice set this time, I'm going to try something a little different. It's going to be a V set 3. If I start throwing 7s, I'm going to change it. I just think I'm going to have more luck with the V set. Always with a V set, I always sit there and pull it back 1. It keeps you from having 7s. So if you have 7s, you are using the V set just like that. Sit there and pull it back 1 and see if that changes anything for you. It keeps you from setting a 7 on a double hop. That was way too close to the end of the table, but everything's good. We have an easy 6. I'm going to turn that guy on. I'm going to use $1. That's my first point. And then we're going to sit there and pay ourselves out. We're going to sit there and kick the dealers $1. And they're going to give us 50 bucks. So we made it on this side. So we're going to take our 50 bucks and divide it between the 4 and the 5. Nothing in the field. Everything is fine. We're going to roll again. I am looking for a guy who is a dealer, and he was working at Ellis Island, and he goes by the name of Jameson or JD. I was helping him, he was helping me, and I really need him for a video. So if anybody out there in video land knows how to get in touch with JD or Jameson, tell them how to get in touch with me. And if you don't know how to get in touch with me, it's at the end of every video, or in the credits, I guess, of YouTube. It has my Facebook name and my email address. That's going to be a 9. We have no money on 9, so we're just going to put a chip up there and call it good. All this here can come down once we build this back up to what we start with. So until we can build this back up to 4, we're going to keep on playing. That's the whole object of the game, is that we will eventually catch up to 4 grand and just kind of coast. It's going to be another 9. Again, we don't have any money down there, and I would call it a wasted throw, but this is not my strategy, but it is my die set. So maybe I should pull it from the wall just a hair back. Maybe that might change. Give me some numbers like 4, 5, 6. Let's see if we can pull it back from the wall just a hair. Well, that pulled it away from the wall. It's going to be a 4, 1, 5. Okay, that 5 has got $25 on it. That's going to give us 35. The person who did that gave me the idea for this never said that we reinvest that money back into here. So I'm not going to do so. I'm going to sit there and pocket that money. But if you wanted to, I could see how you could sit there and do that. But we do need to recap some money so that not all your money is out there. We might decide later that that was a bad decision, but that's what I think I'm going to do. Sometimes people give you strategies and you just kind of have to improvise. 6. That is our point. It's an easy 6. That one right there was right up against the wall. I don't know if you noticed that or not. So that 6 is going to pay us 49. We're going to sit there and get $1, and the dealer is going to drop us 50. And again, we're going to sit there and just add it to the 4 and 5, because what we have here is not $4,000. Let's see if we can get that 8. If we got that 8, we'd have both sides working for us. And there goes an 8. I do believe that that should have been off, because I made the 6, so that would have been pulled off, and then that would have gone right over to the 8. I do believe. We'll sit there and put $1 for that one. And we'll sit there and pay ourselves. We'll give the bank $1. The bank will give us 50. And now we sit there and energize the 9 and the 10. 9. I was reading some of the comments on the video from last week when I was sitting there saying about tipping the housekeepers. And I had one person comment that he brings thank you cards. And I thought, you know what? That's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start bringing thank you cards and put the money in there, put a nice note, give them something, nice to think about. 35, and we're not going to reinvest it. We're going to sit there and just put it into our money. And there goes a 7. It's not what we wanted, but we did get some good punches in while it lasted. That was my startup dollar. Let's see how much we have. So, not yet. We'll try one more and see what happens. This guy goes off. So we start off with $42. And we need change again. I just got done doing this. That's why I said the biggest thing about this video is going to be change making. $30, $42, and then get change again. Start it off one more time. Let's try a different dice combination. I'm going to do a 1 2 2 1. We're going to see what happens with this throw right here. And it's a 7. So yeah, we're not going to go with that one at all. Deja vu. All over again. So we're going to get change one more time. $30. $40. Change. $2. $10 on the pass line. All right, we're ready to go. Yeah, we need a different die set. Let's go with the 3s again. That was fine. That's going to be a 4. Put us on 4. Get our dollar to mark our come out point. That didn't make any money for us, but we didn't lose any money. It's going to be a 6. 426. That's a good one right there to start us off with. Just going to sit there and give them $1, and they'll give us 50. And we're going to put that there and roll again. If you're using this this system, biggest thing you want right out of the gate, 6 and 8. And then you can sit there and work your magic and keep on funneling that money toward you. It's going to be an 8. So you give the dealer $1, and they will in turn give you 50. Rock and roll, here we go. You're 11. It's almost like you almost want to put some money in the field at this point. I don't know. It's not my strategy, so I'm not going to do that. Three. So I would have at least gotten some money back if I had the money in the field. Right now I'm just waiting for anything but a field number. $12. I never knew using that dice combination could result in so many horn numbers. But this is pretty good dice combination for a horn number. $8. You have to make change. Give the dealer $1. They're going to give us back 50. Right now, if I just make a 10, would be fantastic. $12. Another horn number. I did not mark my 8 from the last time. I will mark it. $6. Hard 6. Scares me when you see the dice jump up like that. Most of the time, it's a bad thing. Give the dealer $1. They'll give us $50. I need to start collecting this. Got a lot of money on the table. $9. That's going to pay me 70 bucks. And if I remember the strategy correctly, when it was paid, you sat there and pulled everything down. Midnight. I know some of you guys are probably sitting there wondering why I don't put money on midnight. Again, it's not my strategy. I'm just trying to play it out the way they gave it to me. But yeah, right now I'd be putting at least $4 on the horn every single time. Parlay it when you can. There goes a 10. Easy 10. And that will pay us 100 bucks. I know we're missing the VIG. That's understandable. We discussed the VIG at the beginning of the video. But that's actually the first time I would have had to pay the VIG. That was a horrible roll. Try to bring it to you. There we are. It's going to be a 4. That's our second time paying the number of the VIG. We have $50 on it, so it's going to pay us 100. Again, minus the VIG. I'm mismarking that one. And I didn't mark that one. Hard 6. Pay the bank a buck. The bank will give us back 50. No, it actually goes here. Six. Paid the bank a buck. They'll turn around and give us 50. Boy, now would be the perfect time to hit a 4 or 6, or a 4 or 5. Just saying. If we were at the casino right now, yeah, I'd be sweating bullets right now at this point. There's just an awful lot of money on the table. It's not the way I like to play, but I do like showing strategies. Ugh. There it goes. 7. $100, $200. That would be $300. There should have been money on that one. Where was the money on that? No, I took it off. Yeah. $300, $350, $350. Yeah, I thought I had more money on the table than that. That's 400 right there, or excuse me, 4,000. So you can see that this thing has lots and lots of potential. Yeah, we could have done better. I didn't like it that I had nothing covering the field for the horn numbers. If this was my strategy, I would definitely put money on the horn or money in the field. One or the other, especially when you have everything filled up that way that you're not missing 2, 3, 11, 12. Seem decent? What do you guys think? Thumbs up, thumbs down for the strategy. Most people don't come with $4,000 at the casino. I fully get that. But you can see that you can actually lose quite often. It'll be okay. So actually, I played that incorrectly. The second time around, after losing, I was supposed to have bumped it up to $84. That would have sat there and made a big difference. So we won this way, yes, but we have won even more if I would have gone up to $84. So the first time around is 42, the second time around is 84, the third time is 126, the fourth 210, fifth 242, sixth 294, and the very last Hail Mary $336 on 6 and 8. I don't even think I could even roll dice with $600, $700 on the table. But that seems to be pretty good. Yes, it would have been better if I went up one. Trying to figure out how much more money that would have been. We definitely would have scored on the 9. The 9 would have been $50 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. We would have had probably $200 more than what you see here if I followed the strategy correctly, but I forgot one little main thing. So you start with the 6 and 8. 6 and 8 are always on. Starts with 42, and then you progress up. It's almost like doubling it. Yeah, you are doubling it every single time. And then you can come back to $42 once you reach your even. So like right now, we're even. This is our profit. So the very next turn, I would start with, again, 42 here, 42 there. And I would continue to do that until I didn't have 4,000 here. I went down. Then you would sit there and go up. Okay, 84, until you can bring it back up to 4,000. If you lose that, bring it up to 126 until you get 4,000. If you lose that, so it's just keep on, keep on. It's that martingale system that I was telling you guys about. That if you lose money, it's okay, just throw more money at it. Which sometimes is good, but I'd be really worried about the $336 on the 6 and 8. The cool thing is, if you got the 6 and 8 at $336, you would have had a profit of almost $400. Do that 2 or 3 times, and you'll sit there and you'll be fine. But see what you think. Thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs down. Well, I don't even think there's a thumbs down anymore. There's a dislike that doesn't ever add up. But tell me what you guys think. Is this a strategy you would use? Or would you sit there and go, well, I would probably do the 42, 84, 126, but then after that, that's just too high. That's too rich for my blood. I could fully get that. But then you don't get the full effect of the martingale system. I don't know. I would have to have a pretty good night to sit there and go, all right, guys, we're trying something new. My dealers wouldn't know what to do with me. But yeah, that was fun, exciting. And yeah, it bothered me having that kind of money on the table and going, I'm not collecting anything. But other than that, I'd like to try it one more time. Tell me what you guys think. Like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. So if you like this, put a thumbs up. If you had a comment about it, you didn't like it, tell me. I've got big shoulders, that's fine. But I'm trying to get myself up to 1,000 people, so that way I can go live when I'm in Vegas. I'm in Vegas quite often. I'm also on Facebook, Dice Setters. We're also trying to get people in the Phoenix area as clubs for craps. And there's Talking Stick. There's all sorts of things around in my area. You're like, well, how come I don't go there instead of Vegas? The slots there are super, super tight. One thing I do to get ready to play craps at the casino is play slots. You don't have to think about anything. You just put money in and just go to town. But if you're not winning anything, it messes with this. If the slots are super, super tight, you're not going to do good at craps. I've got to relax for one to get ready for the next one. That's how it works. But anyhow, we're trying to get people that, hey, Joe's going to be down there because this is the second Saturday at Talking Stick. I'll sit there and go down and say hi to Joe. That's kind of what I want. I want a club built up like that. Like, we'd have, one team versus another team, but they're all die setters. Imagine how cool that would be to sit there and have, four people on one side versus four people on another. They all know each other. They're all die setters. Be awesome to have in Vegas too, but rarely ever happens. But we do have tables in Phoenix, so let's make it happen. Why not? Anyways, like, share, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think. Have a good one, guys. See you next time.